When speaking to any group, what you do and how you do it will determine if your meetings rock or sink like a rock. When speaking to any group, what you do and how you do it will determine if your peers follow you or run away from you. Welcome to JT in the Raw, show 86? Show 86, where I chew the thin on business. And I have this feeling that every show I do helps any business, any department, or any sporting team. And if you're a regular to JT in the Raw, whether you're watching live or on replay, like my regulars Andrew Frost and Andrew Ning, good morning. If you're a regular, live or on replay, give me a love heart right now if you love JT in the Raw, because I certainly love doing it for you. Anyway, today I am going to share three tips that this week I learned from my daughter on how to command the attention of 28 9-year-olds. How to command the attention of 28 9-year-olds in her school presentation. And it's funny because these three tips are, without doubt, super relevant for all of us who lead meetings, who have to do sales presentations. They are fantastic for every single person. Get them right and you will think and do different in your meetings, in your sales presentations, and just simply how you communicate. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to JT in the Raw, show 86. Let us rip in. Morning, George. Morning, Jacob. Morning, Alicia. Wow, what a week for me. Mine has been huge. What about you? What's your week been like? Give me a rating from 0 to 10, where 10 is outstandingly exciting and 0 has been, kind of falling asleep, standing up exciting. Give me a rating in the comments below. 0, falling asleep. 10, over the top. Mine's been a 9.5. In the comments below, tell me, what's it been? 0 or 10? I want to hear from you. Let's hear it. Sean O'Shea's giving me a big 5-er. Right down in the middle. Get off the fence, big guy. Troy Cooper, morning, 7. Tony Brunton, 9. Oh, I'm loving that on the excitement level. Susan giving me an 8. Now, Frosty, 9. Boom. What are you guys tuning in? You don't need to listen to me. You guys are having an exciting week as well. Ningy, 7. Morning, Helen Suvlaki. Sorry I couldn't take those tickets. Helen, Alicia, 7. All right. Why? Thank you for asking. All of you, thank you for asking. Why has my week been so exciting? Well, I got a couple of highlights. Just two that I'm going to share with you very quickly. The Fitness Business Podcast, the thing that I love so much because we let it run. Hit 1,000 people subscribing to the show notes. That is awesome for us. We finally cracked 1,000 and we are within a bee's dick. Oh, is that politically correct? We are in a whisper of cracking 200,000 downloads. That is amazing. That makes us obviously the #1 podcast in the world. And now we have people copying us. Everything we do, we have people now copying us. So it's great to be the leader of something, and now we actually take it as a compliment that other podcasts are copying what we do. But we continue to soar, and we've still got some cool stuff happening on the podcast. Right else. I also guaranteed this week that I got 3 meetings with potential sponsors coming up at URSA, which is pretty big for the podcast. I also had my first New Zealand Industry Leaders Roundtable this week, which was pretty damn exciting. Just loved that. That was awesome. It was an awesome meeting where we delved deep into marketing strategies, pricing structures, leadership behaviour, and a whole lot more. And it was just bloody awesome to have a couple of people that had enough faith in the roundtable concept to join and commit early. It was awesome. I loved it. Really had a great time. So if you know anyone in New Zealand who's a fitness business owner, just put ILR in the comments and I'll send them the link about joining. And if you're, of course, a club owner in Australia, we've got the PT roundtable. Sean O'Shea's on live right now. then you can join the Club Owners Roundtable or even the PT Roundtable. Just two of my highlights. Morning, Matty Fletcher. He's on the roundtable as well. Ben Delahunty, how are ya? Okay. What about you? Remember, the people that have just joined. Hey, Jace, how are ya? For the people that have just joined the show, I'm asking you to rate today between 0 and 10 how exciting your week was. 0, standing up, sleeping. 10 out of 10 off the charts with excitement. That's the question of the day. 0 to 10 in the comments below. I want to hear it. Big shout out today also to Susan McGregor. Susan's on this morning. Susan, say hi to everybody in those comments. Susan actually shared unpreempted on her Facebook page that people should be watching JTInTheRaw each week with a timestamp of when it would be on. Thank you, Susan. I'm very grateful for that. You've got a big love heart coming my way. Thank you so much. Okay. So, because I went to New Zealand, I had a couple of flights, and it was my opportunity where I got to think a little bit about the leadership training that I did last week in Broome with Cindy and Pete and Tom and all the team. So, which I'm really grateful for, and I wrote a blog on that. The opportunity to work with teams and really developing their leaders is awesome. So I was thinking about, this leadership thing that I was doing. And then at the same time, my daughter Zoe has decided to do her public speaking assignment for the term on the Invictus Games. Now, this was her decision. She did her research, and it's because she tells me she loves sports. She loved the fact that the Invictus Games brings wounded soldiers, servicemen and servicewomen together and make them feel better. In her words, it was her research that did this, and it inspired her to want to talk about it. And for me, that's pretty amazing for, a 9-year-old kid. Personally, I think it's the fact that she's got a little crush on Prince Harry, but that's okay. I got a crush on Meghan, so we're happy. Anyway, it's pretty cool when your kids do something, though, isn't it? Those that got kids, it's pretty cool when your kids do something and you're really proud of it. Morning, Nathan. Good to see you early this morning, training those ladies. So yeah, it's pretty funny when your kids do something, you become really proud of it. And when your kids do, give me a love heart if you agree. Gets you right here in the heart. And when Zoe said she wanted to do something on the Invictus Games, it was amazing. But then what I wanted to do with her is I wanted to help her do her presentation. And so this week I was helping her identify how to really capture the attention of 28 9-year-olds and hold their attention for only 3 minutes. So what I came up with was 3 really basic tips that we should all be doing when we're speaking to a group of people. Whether we're doing a staff meeting, whether we're doing a sales presentation, whether we are doing a Facebook Live, whatever it may be. Morning, Cameron, how are you? What we want to do is we want to capture the attention, we want to hold the attention, we want to command the attention, and we want people to then follow us as the leader. So that's what today's show's about. I kind of want to give you some feedback around that. I mean, I get the opportunity also to sit in on, I'm invited by business leaders to sit on their staff meetings and give them feedback on how they are running meetings. And so these tips are for you guys. These tips are for anyone who's got to do a presentation. And for years, I ran shit meetings. I'll openly, honestly admit that my meetings were not great. And so, again, I wish I'd known these tips when I was running meetings. So here we go. Here are the 3 tips. Are you ready for them? Got your pen, got your paper? Give me a love heart, pen, paper, you ready? Here are the 3 tips to holding and commanding attention in a meeting. 1, be prepared and therefore confident. Be prepared and therefore confident. If you like that one, give me a love heart. Number 2, body language tells your story. Body language tells your story. Give me a love heart if you like that one. And number 3, how you say it shows your conviction in your message. How you say it shows the conviction in your message. Give me a love heart. I'm going to break these down for you, but straight off the bat, 1, be prepared and confident. 2, your body language tells the story. 3, how you say it shows your conviction. Which one of these immediately is resonating for you? Which one of these 3 immediately resonates for you. 1, 2, or 3. Be prepared, body language, and how you say it. Love it. Oh, there's someone one of the kids' parents honking at me while I'm sitting in the park. Okay, here we go. Let's pull each one apart, and let's start with the first one. Being prepared and therefore confident. Too many times I hear managers, I hear coaches of sporting teams, and I hear department leaders confess they are not fully prepared for the staff meeting. They're not fully prepared for the meeting. Now that's just bullshit. I am calling bullshit on that, because no formal meeting is ever just called. None is ever just called. And if you're saying you don't have time to prepare for a formal meeting, then you've got a bigger problem in your business. You've got a bigger problem in your sporting team. You've got a bigger problem in your department than just how you lead meetings if we just call a formal meeting. Ladies and gents, come in close. You've got to take time to prepare for your meetings. This means thinking about what you want to say, planning what you want to say, writing down what you want to say. And for some of us, it's even practicing what you want to say. It's thinking, it's planning, it's writing, and it's practicing. If you do that, your meetings are going to be more powerful. You see, when you are fully prepared for a meeting, a sales presentation, a department chat, when you are fully prepared, you will have a very clear message that you want to convey. Your message will be concise. There'll be flow in your meetings. There's going to be flow in your meetings, and the tone that you exude will be confidence. It will be confidence. Remember, you cannot cover everything in a meeting. You'll overwhelm your team. They'll switch off. So you may as well not even have a meeting. What I'm suggesting really clearly is that just in your meeting, give your topic an overview. Give your topic an overview in the meeting. Be concise, and then back that up with handouts or one-to-one meetings to follow up on what you have. But when you go into the minutia, do you like that word? The minutia, the micro of a meeting, you're going to lose your team. So the more you're prepared, the more you can clearly nail those points, it's better. Now, from my experience, when you're not prepared, you will, number one, ramble, waffle, go on a tangent, and just fill the time with crap. By the way, when you ramble, waffle, go on a tangent, or fill the time with crap, your team will never want to come to a meeting because they know what is going on. They know what is going on. You're rambling. Number two, if you're not prepared, you will, and you'll use other filler phrases as you think what to say. And when you and you are and you know and those sorts of filler phrases, you lose your audience. In fact, your audience starts to count your ums, starts to count your ahs, starts to count your you knows. And when they do that, they're gone. And when they're gone, you never get them back. Quite simply, the more prepared you are, the more confident you are. The more confident you are, the more your team will listen. And the more they listen, the more they will be prepared to follow you as the leader. Let me say that again. And if you like what I say, give me that love heart. You know I love a love heart. I don't want a thumbs up on this one. If you like what I say, love heart me up. The more prepared you are, the more confident you will be. And the more confident you are, the more your team will listen. And the more they listen, the more they will follow you as their leader. The more prepared you are, the more confident you'll be. The more confident, the more the team will listen. The more they listen, the more they will follow and respect you even as a leader. What do you think? You like that one? That's only number one. All right, let's move to number two. Your body language tells the story. I'm no body language expert. Geez, I wish I was. but there are some basics that I really do know. When you move, when you're standing up, well, there's the first hint. Stand up when you're giving a presentation. But when you move with purpose. Too many times when we're leading a meeting, too many times when we're doing a sales presentation, too many times when we're talking to a group of people, we move for the sake of moving, aimlessly moving around. And some people in that room actually start to feel seasick because they're following you around. Morning, Jess. Morning, Kieran. How are you guys? So, keep still when you're presenting. Keep still. If you want to emphasize something, then walk and hold that point. Lean forward, lean back, but move with purpose. You can walk maybe 2 or 3 steps, but don't walk to the edge of the room and people have to follow you. That's just not a cool thing to do. Also, which is what Zoe's really good at when she's been practicing her presentation. There's my mum. My mum's on. Morning, Mum. How are you, Lynn? Good to see you this morning. This is something Zoe does when she's speaking. She shakes her legs around and she taps her toes. These are distractions for your audience. These are distractions for the people that you're speaking to. Which doesn't mean, if you've got a habit of walking around or a habit of tapping your toes or shaking your legs, the solution is not sitting down. Never sit down. Never sit down when leading a meeting. Your voice tonality simply changes and your personal confidence will lift when you stand. When you stand, your confidence will lift. So your meetings have got to be standing. They have to be standing. And you have to have the discipline to manage your own body language in order to command the message you're trying to get across. Morning, Matty Frost. How are you, mate? Good to see you on board this morning. Now, from what I'm aware, as I said, I'm no expert on body language, but your body language will mirror your confidence level. Your body language will mirror your confidence level. So you're ready for this. Here it comes. The blinding flash of the damn obvious. It's this. The more you're prepared, the more positive your body language will be. Because the more you're prepared, the more confident you are, and therefore more positive your body language. See how this is starting to come together. Give me a thumbs up right now. Give me a thumbs up. If you need to work on your body language when delivering a sales presentation or a presentation to your team, whether that be a department or whether that be a sporting team even. If you need to improve your body language, let's hear it from you. Okay, lastly, but by no means the final one, but not by no means the least important. How you say it has conviction. How you say it shows your conviction. Has conviction yet? How you say it shows your conviction. And many of you would have heard this statement. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And never a truer word has ever been spoken. Morning, Lisa Chan. Thank you for your time over the last couple of days at the New Zealand Industry Leaders Roundtable. Thank you for joining and having the faith to come along this week. Okay, never a truer word has ever been uttered to help you command a room, to help you lead a room full of fitness professionals, real estate agents, salespeople, staff members, prospects, or even sportsmen, or even 9-year-olds learning about the Invictus Games. It's how you say things, it's not what you say. You have to be passionate about your topic, and your passion will come through in your tone. You have to have conviction in your topic, and the conviction will come through in your tone. Sometimes you've got to have empathy in your topic, and empathy will come through in the tone of your voice. Whatever emotion, whatever feeling you want from your speech, it's got to come through in your voice. And the feeling you want people to have from your chat, from your discussion, from your presentation, or from your speech will be determined based on how prepared you are. Oh my God, JT! Yes, it comes back to how prepared you are. So for Zoe, who might be watching at home, or for you guys watching live, or people watching on replay, what I'm speaking about today is one clear message. The more you are prepared, the better the presentation will be. Thanks, Andrew Copeland. Loving your work. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Grateful for that compliment. The more you are prepared, the better the presentation you deliver, wherever that presentation will be, whatever that presentation is. Now, if you agree with me, give me a love heart right now. I want to see some love hearts flying across my screen right now. The better you are prepared, the better the presentation. Look, I've got to be honest, I'm not a public speaking coach. I'm no expert in this. But what I do know is that you can convey your message so much better and be a better leader when you're better prepared for those presentations. My speaking coach is Michelle Bowden. She rocks and she is awesome. She's based here in Australia, but she does have a book out. You can buy a book. If you want to do her course or you want to grab her book, put MB in the comments below. I'll send you the link to her website, MB in the comments below. And she is my coach who helps me on my presentations. MB in the comments, I'll share her details with you. There is nothing wrong with asking for help to be able to deliver presentations. These are 3 tips. But what she'll tell you is exactly the same as what I'm telling you is get better prepared, because the more prepared you are, the more confidence you'll have. And the more confidence you have, the more your team will follow you and see you as a leader. Remember, MB in the comments, I'll send you the link. She rocks, she is awesome. Now, before I sign off for today, a quick reminder, very quick reminder, that on Wednesday last week, I set my 3rd 2-week challenge for you. So you regular people on JTInTheRaw, you know I set a challenge that goes for a fortnight, 2 weeks, 2 weeks only. Get it done for 2 weeks. Here is the 3rd challenge if you've missed it. I want you to think of a limitation or something that scares you this fortnight. Maybe it's public speaking. Just saying. Think of a limitation or something that scares you, and I want you to approach that from a different angle. I want you to push yourself to go past it. And when you've conquered it within 2 weeks, you'll realise it's nowhere near as bad as you imagined. That's your challenge. Do it over 2 weeks. You've got 2 weeks to achieve this. Think of a limitation, something that scares you over the next fortnight. Maybe it's public speaking. Maybe it's leading presentations, leading staff meetings, whatever it may be. And I want you to approach it from a different angle. And I want you to push past, and when you've conquered it, I guarantee, ironclad guarantee, you will realise it is nowhere near as bad as you first imagined. Are you up for that challenge? Give me a thumbs up if you're up for doing that challenge over the next 2 weeks, whether you're watching live or on replay. Hey, thanks a lot for being in the fun today. I hope today's just gave you just a little glimpse of how you can develop your leadership skills by getting in front of a room and commanding that room by being better prepared, being more confident, using the tonality in your voice, as well as improving your body language. They were my 3 tips to leading a team, a department, or a sporting team. So, feel free to share the show. If you know anybody at all that you think could improve the way they present, I'd love you to tag them in the comments below. Just put that little @ symbol, the name will come up, it'll go there. Love you to tag them. And if you've got a team, a team, and you've got an inside Facebook group, you can share this directly to that Facebook group. Any sharing of the show, I am eternally grateful for. So please, feel free to do it. I don't care who it goes to. Go to my competitors, go to whoever you want. What I want is to help you guys, and I want you to think and do different in 2018. So if you like the show, give me a love heart right now. Give me a love heart. All right, whether you're on live or replay, I guess that's it. So, not quite. You know what's coming? Here it is. Quote of the week. Quote of the week. Here it comes. Won't surprise you, this quote, but I want you to think about it. The more prepared you are, the more confident you will be. The more confident you are, the more your team will listen. The more they listen, the more they will follow you as a leader. You like that one? It's a long quote of the week, I know. But here we go again. Let me say it one more time for you to finish off. JTInTheRaw, show 86. Here it is. Good timing, Ruth Quinn. I know it's early over there in WA. Here it is. The more prepared you are, the more confident you will be. The more confident you are, the more your team will listen. And the more they listen, the more they will follow you as a leader. Hey, thanks for tuning in to JT in the Raw, show 86. We're on the same time every week where I try to help you think and do different. Feel free to share the show, share the love with love hearts. Love trying to help you guys out. Remember, I want you to get better at the way you lead your teams this week by just getting confident because you're prepared when you're having those presentations to your team. Hey, I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for joining me today. Have an awesome weekend.